you'll receive $10 off your initial inspection cost. Call Bats to Rats today at 402-781-8691. That's 402-781-8691. Bats to Rats.
Mulberry Barbecue now has a brand new second location to help all your lunch and dinner cravings. Stop by their newest location at 6125 Apples Way near Lowe's off of Highway 2. They have everything from smoked turkey sandwiches to brisket burritos to burn-in sandwiches and pulled pork. Try a dinner plate option of barbecue nachos, a half-smoked chicken, a full slab of ribs, and so much more. Mulberry Barbecue open Monday to Saturday from 11 a.m. to 8 p.m. at 11th and Cornhusker Highway, and now at 6125 Apples Way in South Lincoln.
Inventory in Lincoln is extremely low. Current lead times for construction are running anywhere from 7 to 9 months. Having some homes that are available now is really great for our community.
Bob Benish is the founder and president of Aspen Builders, online at aspenbuildersinc.com.
Finding affordable home in East Lincoln is getting very difficult to do, especially in a new construction. We have homes available just on the west side of Hillcrest Country Club. Prices start just over $400,000. Big ranches, 3-stall garages. Our designer has selected incredible finishes that will amaze you. To get a new construction home on that side of town for just over $400,000 is a fantastic buy.
Make your dream a reality and call Aspen Builders at 423-6811. Online at aspenbuildersinc.com. Your dream home is waiting at Aspen Builders.
If you don't have Valentine's Day plans this year, strike up some romance at Madsen's Bowling and Billiards. Head to Madsen's on Friday, February 14th for the first ever Love on the Lanes, a live stage front dating show like Lincoln's never seen. The show is free, live on the bowling lanes with audience participation, hilarious Q&As, and unexpected twists. The show is free, but reserve VIP seating by emailing Sarah at madsonslincoln.com. Come for the love, stay for the laughs, and leave with memories or a match on Valentine's Day at Madson's.
Hey volleybalfans, this is Laura Dijkema, national player of the Netherlands and now the setter on Omaha's newest professional team, Love Omaha Volleyball. League volleyball is bringing the heat this year. Don't miss your chance to see Olympians, national players and national champions right here in Omaha from now through April. We can't wait to see you cheering for us in the stands. Visit lovboma.com to buy single match tickets to see me and Love Omaha volleyball in action. Go Big Green!
Wrestling fans, it's time to elevate your game, just like Stevens & Smith Construction does for your concrete needs. As your full-service concrete contractor, we deliver solid results every time. From singles to doubles, fighting for inside position to scrambling reversals, we know how to pin down quality and slam expectations. Stevens & Smith Construction, a proud sponsor of Takedown Tuesdays on 93.7 The Ticket, where Husker wrestlers bring you all the action. Don't stall, Stevens & Smith Construction is here to help you build a concrete foundation for the win. Check us out at www.stevensandsmith.com because stalling is a penalty and winning is the only option.
If you're in Seward or Milford, listen up. Select Plumbing is now servicing your area with no trip charges from Lincoln. Select Plumbing works on a variety of issues for your home and business, including general plumbing, water heaters, faucet and fixture repair, underground sewer and water repairs, backflow testing, and more. Keep your property free from leaks and other issues. Call today for a free estimate, 402-560-6197. It's not just Lincoln, Waverly, and the surrounding area anymore. It's also Seward and Milford with no trip charges. Contact Select Plumbing to inquire at 402-560-6197.
Are you ready for a new opportunity? Check out Sandhills Global. Join a dynamic team where your skills are valued and your career can soar. We offer full-time positions with a 4.5-day work week, competitive pay, excellent benefits, and a positive work environment. From IT and marketing to sales and finance, we're looking for talented individuals just like you. Apply today at sandhills.jobs and take the first step towards an exciting future. That's sandhills.jobs. Don't wait, apply now.
At Farm Bureau Financial Services, we strive to provide you with the right coverages for all your insurance needs by taking the time to meet with you and review what coverages best fit your needs. So whether you're in the market for home, auto, farm, business, life, or a combination of any of these coverages, we can help with making sure you, your family, or your business have the right coverage based on your individual needs. If you would like to review your insurance needs, please contact Ben Spurt with Farm Bureau Financial Services at 402-217-9945 or through email at ben.spurt@fbfs.com.
Welcome into Be a Beacon with Lighthouse on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com. Here's your host, Bill Mitchner.
Good evening, everybody. Welcome to Be a Beacon with Lighthouse. Glad to be here tonight. We had to do a little shifting around of our guests and stuff. You know how the snow goes. We go from having beautiful days here, 60-degree weather, to below zero, and now 7 inches of snow and Lighthouse being closed. But show has to go on. So I had Billy was one of the guests that I was bringing on tonight, but Pete Allman, my board president and founder, was going to talk about his story and talk about why he even started Lighthouse. He had to go ahead and cancel tonight. So I brought back Colin Clare, which is one of my other board members. Colin, welcome.
Thanks for bringing me back on. Appreciate it.
Anytime. So we're going to fly by the seat of our pants tonight. We're going to talk a little bit about Lighthouse is celebrating our 35th anniversary.
Is that what the new gear is about that you guys are repping today?
No, and we didn't plan this, actually. This is what we do every year for Christmas is we go with a theme and we make t-shirts for our young people. And then, of course, the staff get them too. And we get to choose hoodies and stuff like that. But kids get t-shirts. This is 2 years ago, I believe, was the theme for this one. And just about strength and making for sure we're having our young people seeing themselves as healthy and that type of stuff. Super Lighthouse.
Yeah, I noticed that. I was like, those are pretty clean sweatshirts. I thought maybe that was the reason, but nonetheless, didn't mean to cut you off.
Harrison, no, I think you want one of these. Is that
that's
what
what
you're
I was
trying to
hinting
tell
at? I didn't want to say it directly, but yeah, that's what I was hinting
at. Harrison, Colin.
I'm sitting here like, what in the heck? Where's mine?
Well, Pete, hopefully you're listening. So our board would like to have swag. So
I would love a sweatshirt. I'd even take a t-shirt.
Well, I can do that. I can do a sweatshirt too. We have just regular Lighthouse gear downstairs, so I can hook you up next time you're coming to our board meeting in a couple months.
I think we have something next week.
Oh, we have a committee meeting, don't we?
Yep.
Well, for what?
For our 35th anniversary
celebration
in August.
Yeah, August 22nd. We don't have all the material out yet, but we do know what we're doing. It's going to be a real fun time, and I'm going to actually bring the artists and the people that are going to be performing for our 35th on the ticket at some point.
Oh, that'll be good.
Probably closer to summer, April, May, something like that. So one of the things that we are doing this year is we're celebrating our kids through doing acts of kindness. A lot of people know them as RACs, or random acts of kindness. We called them intentional acts of kindness because we want to do this intentionally in the community. So I brought Billy on board, but before we get into those 35 IACs, who are you, Billy? What brought you to Lighthouse?
Well, thanks for having me, Bill. I actually started at Lighthouse as a volunteer about 2006, I believe. I was going to Southeast Community College, doing some clinical work in the human service field, and just, they have a packet of organizations you can go and volunteer, and Lighthouse was on there, so I went and checked it out, and it's kind of been second home for me ever since then. It was,
and that was the old building.
That was the old building, the second, I think, location.
Second location,
Lighthouse yeah.
Yeah, and you were playing basketball outside back then.
So going from volunteer at the old facility and then getting hired on at the new facility was quite a change. It was awesome. Yeah, got to play basketball inside, got to play volleyball inside. Didn't have to worry about scooping any snow in the winter to play basketball when we had to do that out at the old place. So,
do you remember what we used to put on the basketball hoop?
Yeah, had to do I think it was a trash can lid with a weight. So
with a chain, we had to lock it up there because I don't know if y'all know, there's this weird law in the town that if you have things that young people come to, pools, those type of things, that if they get injured on your property and you don't do stuff to deter them from getting on your property to do that, like putting a fence around a pool. If you have your pool wide open and they can walk in and drown, obviously that's a problem. If we have our basketball hoop exposed and they can come on and break their leg or something, then we just wanted to limit liability. So we had to climb up there every night and put that thing upside down, put the chain through, and lock it up. But yeah, that was quite the thing.
Yeah, so got hired as a volunteer coordinator in 2010 and worked there for about 3 years. Decided I needed a change in life, so my fiance at the time, wife now, we decided to move to New Mexico and build self-sustainable homes out of trash. That was a amazing experience. I had no regrets. Then went on to California, lived there for a while, came back, said, "Hey, Bill, back in town. Is there any job openings available?" Said, "Come on in, we'll figure it out." And that's just kind of how it's always been. He's always met me where I'm at in life, and encouraged me and challenged me to go chase my dreams. And I always find my way back.
I always say they come back home. It's good to have your young people go out and explore the world, but they always find their way back home. And Billy's been he's held almost every position at Lighthouse too. Let's be honest. I mean, he was even my assistant director for a while before he left this last time and then came back. So he's a great asset to Lighthouse. So what are we doing? What's going on with this 35 intentional acts?
Lucky for me, I had a little experience 10 years ago when I was asked to do 25 random acts of kindness for Lighthouse. So I kind of already had a good idea of where to go and people to talk to achieve this goal of 35 intentional acts of kindness. And so it's something I love. I love helping people in any way I can. And then on top of that, getting to show the kids of Lighthouse what that's like, what that feels like. We just went last night to Eastmont Towers to deliver Valentine's Day cookies and cards. That was a great time. I think the kids really had a good experience with that.
And so Michelle, my wife, for all of those that are listening, baked all the cookies and the kids decorated the cookies. So volunteers, kids decorated the cookies. And then they also put together the cards. So it wasn't cards that we went out and bought. They actually made the cards for the residents.
Yep. I had to make a couple myself just to, say I contributed in that way. But yeah, we have, let's see, this month we're doing a Matt Talbot drive for them. So looking for donations, things like diapers, hygiene products, coats, winter supplies,
blankets, those type of things, yeah.
Things like that. So that's we have a bin located at our facility on 2601 N Street. So come drop those things off there, or give me a call. I'll come pick it up. And then next month we're working on a food bank drive, and so be prepared for that. And I think we have another one planned. April, we're going to do an Easter egg hunt for Elliott Elementary. We work with their fifth graders a lot, so we want to do something nice for them. And then we're doing inspirational bracelets. So we got a lot of things planned for the next couple months. Should be a lot of fun.
So Michelle and I were talking. So unfortunately, her mom is going through stage 4 cancer and fighting that battle. And while she was getting her chemo this morning, Michelle's like, we need to bring bracelets to the people that are here, because nobody there had a Michelle sitting next to them, cheering them on. And so I thought, ooh, that could be really powerful to give hope and support to somebody going through that battle as well. So I love that she thought of that during that time.
Yeah, she actually, as soon as I got back and shared how much I enjoyed last night, she said, we should just do this no matter what. We don't have to make it a celebration of 35 acts of kindness. It could just be something we do. So she's very sweet and wants to serve the community as well.
Well, and what a great way for people to experience our kids too, instead of thinking we got those troublemakers, those kids that don't fit in anywhere, that are breaking the law, that are dropping out of school. And those are all symptoms of the kids that we might have at Lighthouse, because they didn't have a place to go, that believed in them, that supported them, that guided them. But the kids that come up to Lighthouse are amazing young people, just amazing. And I know Colin can attest to that.
Well, and I just hearing you talk about that and the way that you feel, after serving people and within our community, you know, having kids go through that same experience and teaching those young people at such a young age, that it feels really good when you go out in the community, you serve others. And I think that motto, you know, I talk to our kids at, I work at a middle school in Lincoln, and I talk to our kids when we're walking in the hallway, and it's just, hey, you see a piece of trash, even if it's not yours, pick it up. And I've had kids look at me and think, why? I've had kids also just do it. But the answer is always, if everyone had the mindset to serve someone, to do something to make the place cleaner or to make others' day better, it'd be a pretty great world out there. And so I just kudos to you guys and Lighthouse organization as a whole, teaching kids what a good opportunity it is and how good it feels to go out and serve others. So that's awesome.
I think it's pretty natural for our kids. I think they want to do it. They just normally don't have that opportunity. It's pretty easy. We don't have to convince them like, oh, come on, I'll give you a beacon bug or I'll bite. No, they do it. And, you know, anything that comes back to them is called karma, right? You put stuff into the world on what you want out of the world. You do it without having that intention that you think you're getting something back. But we've got amazing young people, just amazing. I mean, that's the reason why I continue to come back, is because they continue to make my life brighter. So I just want to continue to shine down and help guide them to do the same.
Bill, I wanted to ask you, since you're talking about the youth, and you want to, get a different lens on just troublemakers. What are some of the biggest misconceptions you see that you feel like the general public might have, but the youth you're working with is just not adding up?
Well, again, people believe our young people are the ones that are dropping out of school, causing most of the problems in the community, getting, criminal acts and that type of stuff, and failing, all of those things. And again, that might be happening when they first start coming to Lighthouse. It doesn't take long for us to flip the script, though. And because, again, it only takes one person believing and loving on these young people for them to change. And I have a whole staff that do that. And, there's 13 of us. So if I'm not a great match for Colin, Billy's probably going to be. Or, there's just so many different personalities and different cultural pieces to my staff that it's easy to connect to them. And that's all they need, is to be believed in a different way and to see something spark in them instead of only the negative. I think it's easy for adults to fall into that mindset, thinking they see the behavior and think that's the kid, and that becomes the label then for that kid. That's a troublemaker. That kid's not going to go anywhere. And then they start believing it themselves, because, again, self-esteem is not from within. It's a mirror of what we're hearing and seeing others that are seeing in us. So we just got to make for sure that we're doing it better as adults and seeing the glimmers. And that's why I really love the name of this program, Be a Beacon. So anybody that's out there can go ahead and do this and see something in somebody else just a little bit better, instead of always looking for the negatives. Easy to see.
Is it a light bulb moment for that youth, or is it kind of gradual over time? They start to see like, I have an awesome life, an opportunity ahead of me. Or is it just kind of like one day they wake up? It's
all different, right?
Okay.
Every kid, it's different. Some it's one of those moments that you made that connection and it's instantaneous. And for them, that is all they needed. Some kids, you got to build it up. Some kids, you got to whittle away that ice that has been around them for so long.
Yeah,
that
I'm sure some have trust issues too, just depending on what, whatever background they may have.
Absolutely. Because they're like, why are you saying that to me?
Yeah,
what do you really want? Yeah. Yeah, that's 100% real.
Last time I was on, I talked about a student that I had just in conversation found out that she really wanted to go in some sort of trade industry, 8th grader, and got her connected with Lighthouse, and I just started talking about the TIP program. Well, there was, this really just speaks volumes to people within the community too. She went a couple times, but then the bus system wasn't great for her to be able to navigate. Parents had some reservations about that, which I get. And found out within our building, we had another 6th grader that goes to Lighthouse a couple times a week. And I just reached out to her mom and I said, you don't know this girl, you don't know their family. What would be the chances that she could carpool with you?
Mm-hmm.
The mom was kind of like, I'd like to meet the girl beforehand. And I said, well, I'll give her your number to her. She can connect with you. But since then, she's been going pretty regularly. And I'm telling you, like I saw years ago what the potential that this individual had after we had developed a pretty good rapport, but not a lot of other people do. I mean, truly within the last month, it's just been a different kid all around. And so Bill's exactly right. It's that connection that's made, and not just at school, but outside of school. And that's why partnering with community organizations as a public school employee, you can make those connections. Since that individual started, I had another parent email me saying, hey, my daughter needs to get her grades up. We wanted her to start going to Lighthouse. You don't know this yet, but I mean, that's just something that it gets them, I don't know, connected of some sort.
Mm-hmm.
And from there, it's a ripple effect. It just keeps going. And you guys hear stories about that all the time. But, for the schools on the south central side of town, it's a little bit more difficult for them to get there.
Yeah.
And so I just think spreading that word about Lighthouse is really important. It's why I joined the board, because I inquired. You guys were dumb enough to hire me or to bring me on. But it's why I inquired about it, because the work that is done there is so important. And Billy, you know that too. I mean, you've been there for a long time and have probably seen a lot of kids go through, but it's really important, that 3 o'clock to 8 o'clock time slot. So,
you know why it was a no-brainer to bring you on my board? And Pete will agree with this 100%.
I have no idea.
It's your passion to the young people. You start talking about young people, you light up. You just light up. And I promise you, if you weren't working for LPS, that's what I look for in people that I hire at Lighthouse. You've got to be that light for my young people, and you are that in that school system. So I'm so happy we have partners like you that get it, that love the kids that much, that you just light up.
Well, they're all members of our community, and we got to make sure that we're doing our part in bettering the community, and they're our future. So we gotta tap into the abilities that, I mean, all of our kids have, and if that takes an extra resource, so be it. We got to connect them with those opportunities outside of school, and so that they can find what they're passionate about, and again, they're the future, and we got to rely on them.
And you're also our future administrators too, because at some point you're going to be a full principal and have your own building. I mean, that's the goal, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. It is a goal. And at the same time, I'm just one day at a time,
Oh, 100%. I know, but it does start from the top and then trickles down. So for you to have such passion and belief, it reminds me of when I went to high school at Lincoln High, and Sam Nelson was the principal, and we all knew him. It was the thing, and he would come out. And I think that's an important piece, is that the principal is seen as somebody that is approachable, not untouchable, not this figure that is there when you're in trouble, or that it's like God. Like, if I can't touch God. I know that God is there, but what does it really mean? And there are principals that live through those lenses, which is unfortunate, because I think a principal has a lot of opportunity to help kind of trickle down to all the staff to really make a change school wide. So
I'd say we're pretty fortunate within our district to have, really good people that have developed those leaders.
Agreed.
And then go on and hire those individuals to lead these buildings. And, Lincoln's just a pretty unique place overall. It's just a really good community, and it's one of those hidden gems,
Well, I'm not going to disagree. I think we have the best nonprofits here, and the program that you were in is why I believe the leaders are so great, and why it builds the principals so well. And we'll talk a little bit more about that when we come back after this break.
Jack Russell of Farm Bureau Financial Services is here to help you protect things that are most important to you. Whether it's your home, your family, or your future, Jack Russell has the proven experience to get the job done while developing authentic relationships with you. Give Jack a call today at 402-421-9100. Again, that's 402-421-9100 and learn how you can excel in the complicated world of insurance. Jack Russell of Farm Bureau Financial Services, a trusted and well-respected representative since 1999.
Get rid of pesky critters once and for all with Bats to Rats. Their expert team is here to help you reclaim your home. No more sleepless nights caused by crawling critters or flapping wings. Bats to Rats ensures a safe environment for every family member. Check the website at batstorats.com for amazing offers. And if you mention this ad, you'll receive $10 off your initial inspection cost. Call Bats to Rats today at 402-781-8691. That's 402-781-8691. Bats to Rats.
Hello.
Angela, we have to break up.
But why?
Because you're a robot and I'm just a guy trying to get better internet.
It's Ella Fiber, isn't it? I always knew you wanted faster speeds. My contract isn't good enough for you.
Face it, Angela. They let me talk to real people.
Press 4 to break my heart. Oh wait, you already did.
Visit allofiber.com to switch today.
Are you ready for a new opportunity? Check out Sandhills Global. Join a dynamic team where your skills are valued and your career can soar. We offer full-time positions with a 4.5-day work week, competitive pay, excellent benefits, and a positive work environment. From IT and marketing to sales and finance, we're looking for talented individuals just like you. Apply today at sandhills.jobs and take the first step towards an exciting future. That's sandhills.jobs. Don't wait, apply now.
Hey volleybalfans, this is Laura Dijkema, national player of the Netherlands and now the setter on Omaha's newest professional team, Love Omaha Volleyball. League volleyball is bringing the heat this year. Don't miss your chance to see Olympians, national players and national champions right here in Omaha from now through April. We can't wait to see you cheering for us in the stands. Visit lovboma.com to buy single match tickets to see me and Love Omaha Volleyball in action. Go Big Green!
When you need a new water heater, nothing beats the ProLine family of water heaters from A.O. Smith. ProLine models are built using commercial-grade components, meaning they're built to help you tackle your toughest days. No matter if you need a gas or electric model, A.O. Smith has a ProLine unit for you. A.O. Smith, innovation has a name. Call Bryant at 402-467-1111 for a great deal on a water heater today. Again, that's 402-467-1111.
Davis Plumbing has been in business for over 15 years and is currently searching for journeyman plumbers to join their team. Experience is preferred, but not required for all applicants. When you join the team at Davis Plumbing, you'll receive full benefits package with paid time off. Join a small local business doing big things in Lincoln and surrounding areas. Apply today by calling 402-525-6922 or find them on social media. Davis Plumbing, locally owned and operated for over 15 years.
93.7 The Ticket, Fox, KFXL weather. Brought to you by Bryant Air Conditioning, Heating, Electrical, and Plumbing.
The Lincoln forecast for today, snow continuing throughout the day. And it will be cold. We'll see an afternoon high of just 13. Tonight, decreasing clouds and a continued cold, a low of 8 below. And tomorrow, we'll see mostly sunny skies and it will be breezy. An afternoon high near 23. Meteorologist Kyle Tucker for 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Shopping for new flooring is different today. Getting your questions answered, making the right selection, getting the best value, and installed quickly and professionally. Visit ostreetcarpet.com or shop our store. We'll answer all your questions and help you make the right choice. You'll be enjoying your new floor in just days for less than you'd pay elsewhere. Carpet, vinyl, wood, laminate, tile, and area rugs. We've got it all.
O Street Carpet.
1732 O Street. Family owned and operated. Always the best value.
Have you been injured in an accident and don't know where to turn? Do you need a lawyer you can trust to handle your case with professionalism and compassion? The attorneys at Liberty Law Group understand that a call to an attorney is a call for help. If you've been injured, We want to help you. Liberty Law's experienced attorneys are committed to the pursuit of justice for those injured. Contact us for a free consultation by calling 877-42-LIBERTY. Call Liberty Law and find out how we can help you get the compensation you deserve. Call 877-42-LIBERTY. Liberty Law Group, trial attorneys you can trust.
Inventory in Lincoln is extremely low. Current lead times for construction are running anywhere from 7 to 9 months. Having some homes that are available now is really great for our community.
Bob Benish is the founder and president of Aspen Builders, online at aspenbuildersinc.com.
Finding affordable home in East Lincoln is getting very difficult to do, especially in a new construction. We have homes available just on the west side of Hillcrest Country Club. Prices start just over $400,000. Big ranches, 3-stall garages. Our designer has selected incredible finishes that will amaze you. To get a new construction home on that side of town for just over $400,000 is a fantastic buy.
Make your dream a reality and call Aspen Builders at 423-6811. Online at aspenbuildersinc.com. Your dream home is waiting at Aspen Builders.
Now back to Be a Beacon with Lighthouse on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Welcome back. Welcome back. So here we are. We had a delightful conversation on break. And when we went to break, we were talking with Colin. And so I kind of want to finish up that conversation with Colin. So what you thinking, Colin?
Well, we kind of ended off on just the importance of, I think, just leadership overall.
Yep.
But when we're working with kids,
what is that program called though?
Leadership LPS.
Yeah.
And it's, people that have aspirations to go on and become building principals,
yep.
Going through and, building connections with other leaders within the district that maybe you're not always able to connect with, but also learning from some pretty amazing building principals and leaders within our district that care a lot about kids,
yeah.
and have that mentality to put students first every day when they walk through the door. So,
but that's the right way to build leaders, though, is through those experiential things. And that program, I think, is amazing. And we've been lucky enough to be a part of that program for many years now, and one of your stops. So I can talk to you guys and we can have a conversation about what Lighthouse does and then how we can continue to try to be partners in this, because we both have the same goal. We want our young people to at least graduate and then figure out kind of what their next step is.
Yep, absolutely.
Yep. So William or Billy, I call you all kinds of names. So what I wanted you to think about something. So tell me one of your favorite moments that you've had at Lighthouse.
Well, I definitely remember my first kind of half day of working at Lighthouse. We were, you guys were out at Branched Oak Lake, and you guys were staying the night out there. That was one of your camping trips that we did over the summer. And so I went out there. I didn't have to stay, which later on, working for Lighthouse, I realized how amazing that was to be able to just go home for the night and sleep in my own bed. But then I think it was my favorite moment would have been, I think that same summer, you guys went on the second camping trip, which would have been to Mahoney State Park. And I remember, it was always the most beautiful day during the daytime camping with Lighthouse. Every single night, you guaranteed it was going to rain on you. And so we're out at Mahoney. Again, go to sleep, clear skies. We didn't even put on our rain fly. And then lo and behold, I'm sleeping in the middle of the tent with 4 what seemed to be grown men around me, but they were kids. So I was the staff in the tent with those guys. They had the corner spot. I was directly in the middle, and then it starts to rain. I ride it out. I
bring out the paddles,
hoping it's gonna gonna end soon, and it rained all night. And so eventually I got cold and wet enough that I needed to go try to find this rain fly. So at that time, the other staff from the other tent comes out of his, and we're both scrambling trying to find the rain fly that fits our tent in the dark. And we both find the one rain fly, and he says that goes to our tent, and he stole that thing out of my hand. And needless to say, I was soaked the rest of the night, didn't sleep, had to wake up, went putt golfing, I think, the next morning. And but I had so much energy. It was a fun experience.
It's great that that's one of your favorite moments, and it was a complete train wreck.
Well, I think the reason that I keep coming back to Lighthouse, I've been there 3 different times over the course of 15 years.
Repeat.
Repeat. And so it's all the unique opportunities that both staff and kids get. It's just unlike any other place. So that's, whether it was getting soaked in the middle of the night and not sleeping, so be it. I had a blast, and it didn't keep me away. So.
And Colin's not wrong when he said, when you've been there a long time, it's tough to not have a lot of memories. I mean, you can pick out so many from just a regular day to moments like what you just talked about. And our experiences are just constant for us.
Yeah, I'd say another, everything from having Battle of the Band competitions in the back parking lot, to going ice skating, to, oh man, so many fun memories.
And we take them typically to Kansas City in the summer now, and I rent a 20-bedroom house in the middle of nowhere in Kansas, and the kids always go in there screaming about not having internet and stuff like that. And this is crazy. I can't use my phone here. Why did you bring me here? And within a half an hour, everything shifts, and they start experiencing what it really has to offer, and being outside and doing s'mores on the fire and checking out the animals and the goats, the cows, the dogs, the cats, the horses. And it just shifts in their mind, and then it becomes something they look forward to every year, because it's something they never experienced before.
But it also, and I'll just chime in, it's they get those opportunities with people that they build these amazing relationships with, and to be able to make those memories with those people, that's important. And I just gonna reference, and I know for sure, because at our holiday dinner, those kids I talked about at the first episode, those kids, I asked them, what makes you want to come to Lighthouse? And I'm sure some of it is the experiences. At that time it was right before they went shopping for a gift before Christmas. They didn't mention that. They didn't mention it was the people.
Yeah.
And to be able to have those experiences with their people that they get to know, like you, Billy, and I several others, I think that's really awesome.
And it's powerful. So we do surveys, and early on in my career, the surveys, the kids would say the reason they came to Lighthouse was the basketball court, pool table. And then all of a sudden, as we continue to develop further and further as an organization, and made it a point that relationships were the most important thing, and not just be there to supervise kids, that shifted from the basketball court to Billy, to staff. They start naming actual staff members that made the changes in their lives, made them feel like they could do something. I mean, last week we heard from several of our young people, and that's all they talked about was the relationships they had, and how the staff empower them to do something that they never thought they could do.
Yeah, even Kanye made a few words, but he was praising it nonetheless. I will say this, though. It's cool that you guys do that. You said you get that cabin down there in KC with 20 bedrooms, no Wi-Fi. Because we had something similar in my hometown growing up. Again, it's a little bit different. It was called HT Camp. So it was Holy Trinity Elementary School. So a little bit more religious based, but the concept was the same. It's we're all coming out here to hang out, just good relationships, drop the phones. We had volleyball out there. We'd go play soccer, and something about that. It feels like every kid almost needs that. A solid 7 days where all that outside noise just gets quiet. And then you get almost kind of awakening of what really matters. And then it's a really good opportunity to build those relationships. So like that's the thing I hope you guys keep going for years, because that's still one of my fondest memories was HT camp back in the day, and just hanging out with a bunch of kids that never thought, I'd be friends with, and they turned out to be just great people, and I still know some of them today.
Yeah, and obviously funding is the thing that keeps us from doing more and more. But if I have my way, it'd be nice to have somebody say, yeah, I'll do this trip and I'll do this trip, and give us a couple opportunities to let our kids kind of explore what things really look like. Because again, my kids typically are not going to go outside of Lincoln.
Bill, is that something that, as far as obviously you get donations, the different fundraisers that you guys have, but is there ever like, I'm willing to pay for a trip for, a group of kids to go to X? I mean, wherever it is that something that's been done or has been considered? If not,
well, in the past couple of years, we have a former Lighthouse board member that has sponsored that trip, and we're talking about potentially putting it on like a silent auction item. To, if somebody wants to do that, they can just say, "Yep, I'll take care of that trip for us." Because the thing I have to be careful about is not having Lighthouse suffer as a whole. Because without Lighthouse as an umbrella, we can't continue to do the good work unless I'm raising the funds to have Lighthouse.
Sure.
So the extra stuff, I have to figure out what's my best opportunity and best way to get to that without harming us as a whole.
No, that makes sense. I was just curious. We talk about those experiences, and just was curious. Thought that came up.
Yeah, well, and there was a time where our trips were going out to Branched Oak and doing the Optimus cabin and having our own area where it's a beach and they can go fishing and they swim off the docks. They have a frisbee golf course there, and it's all just us. So the kids can be themselves. They can be loud. It doesn't matter. We're not going to, when we were going out to Mahoney in a tent, people would complain, and then we'd have the hosts coming over saying we're being too loud, and like, well, I'm here with 20 kids. What do you want me to do? I mean, they're here to have fun, and oh my gosh, I can't believe they're laughing and they're spending time outdoors unplugged. This is terrible. What am I supposed to do? So we had to find ways to let our kids be kids and have fun without feeling like they're going to harm somebody else, and or people start looking at them through the lenses I don't want them to look through. So with that being said, I think we'll take our next break. We'll be back.
At Fairway Meat Market, you're family, and as part of the family, they want to save you money on your meat and groceries. Fairway has fresh cut meats, seafood, cheese, wine, and spirits, and a friendly staff that's always ready to help you find what you need. Stop by Fairway Meat Market today to plan your weekly meals in the Rockledge Square Shopping Center, just south of 84th and Van Dorn.
Gentlemen, Valentine's Day is just around the corner. Don't be that guy running to the store for flowers and a card on your way home. Hey, Rick Heyman here from Sartor Heyman Jewelers. We have great Valentine's gifts in store now. And if you spend $99, we'll throw in a free bouquet of a dozen roses. Give her what she really wants this year and let us do the rest. Sartor Heyman Jewelers, your hometown jeweler since 1905 in Lincoln and Grand Island. Online at sartorheyman.com.
Be sure to check out the top-selling Recomp. Recomp helps build lean muscle and strength while decreasing body fat. Recomp is ideal for men and women of all ages trying to look their best. Recomp can only be found in Nutrition Authority. For info, visit mynutritionauthority.com.
When you need a new water heater, nothing beats the ProLine family of water heaters from A.O. Smith. ProLine models are built using commercial-grade components, meaning they're built to help you tackle your toughest days. No matter if you need a gas or electric model, A.O. Smith has a ProLine unit for you. A.O. Smith, innovation has a name. Call Bryant at 402-467-1111 for a great deal on a water heater today. Again, that's 402-467-1111.
Inventory in Lincoln is extremely low. Current lead times for construction are running anywhere from 7 to 9 months. Having some homes that are available now is really great for our community.
Bob Benish is the founder and president of Aspen Builders, online at aspenbuildersinc.com.
Finding affordable home in East Lincoln is getting very difficult to do, especially in a new construction. We have homes available just on the west side of Hillcrest Country Club. Prices start just over $400,000. Big ranches, 3-stall garages. Our designer has selected incredible finishes that will amaze you. To get a new construction home on that side of town for just over $400,000 is a fantastic buy.
Make your dream a reality and call Aspen Builders at 423-6811. Online at aspenbuildersinc.com. Your dream home is waiting at Aspen Builders.
In today's digital world, you can never be too cautious when it comes to your security. Cyber attacks are affecting more businesses every day. At Hamilton Business Technologies, we understand the stress and impact a cyber attack can have, not just on your bottom line, but on your ability to serve your customers and protect their trust. That's why we are passionate about safeguarding your business. From real-time threat monitoring to advanced security protocols, we help keep your data safe, allowing you to focus on what matters most. Hamilton Business Technologies. Real people, real technology solutions. Connect with us at hamiltonisbusiness.com.
Hello. Thanks.
Angela, we have to break up.
But why?
Because you're a robot and I'm just a guy trying to get better internet.
It's Aloe Fiber, isn't it? I always knew you wanted faster speeds. My contract isn't good enough for you.
Face it, Angela, they let me talk to real people.
Press 4 to break my heart. Oh wait, you already did.
Visit aloefiber.com to switch today.
Automotive Solutions is Lincoln's one-stop shop for all your vehicle needs, from vinyl wraps to engine repair and maintenance. Automotive Solutions offers fleet services, as well as printing and graphic design for vinyl applications, plus installation of vinyl for boats, trucks, cars, and anything else you want wrapped. Perfection is their standard, and they never settle for less. Call today at 531-249-5600 or go to automotivesolutionslincoln.com to learn more. That's Automotive Solutions, 2024 Southwest 5th Street in Lincoln.
Get rid of pesky critters once and for all with Bats to Rats. Their expert team is here to help you reclaim your home. No more sleepless nights caused by crawling critters or flapping wings. Bats to Rats ensures a safe environment for every family member. Check the website at batstorats.com for amazing offers. And if you mention this ad, you'll receive $10 off your initial inspection cost. Call Bats to Rats today at 402-781-8691. That's 402-781-8691. Bats to Rats.
At Action Plumbing, Heating, AC, and Electrical, we're ready, reliable, and recommended. Water heater acting up or your sump pump on the fritz? Call Action. Summer's around the corner. Is your AC working? Are you sure? Call Action. Electrical problems? I'm telling you, call Action. Call Action for a free same-day estimate or a trusted second opinion. You heard that right, a free same-day estimate. 402-423-6960. ActionLincoln.com.
Wrestling fans, it's time to elevate your game, just like Stevens & Smith Construction does for your concrete needs. As your full-service concrete contractor, we deliver solid results every time. From singles to doubles, fighting for inside position to scrambling reversals, we know how to pin down quality and slam expectations. Stevens & Smith Construction, a proud sponsor of Takedown Tuesdays on 93.7 The Ticket, where Husker wrestlers bring you all the action. Don't stall, Stevens & Smith Construction is here to help you build a concrete foundation for the win. Check us out at www.stevensandsmith.com because stalling is a penalty and winning is the only option.
Time for a new AC? Call Bryant. Get rebates now and lower operating costs every day. For comfort and efficiency, call 467-1111. Bryant Air Conditioning, Heating, Electrical, and Plumbing.
Outside is where winter adventure unfolds. On frozen lakes, icy landscapes, and snow-covered slopes. Feeling the cold air rush by as you race downhill. The freedom of gliding with ease and the warmth of being together. From epic sled rides to the fun of ice fishing, it's all right here beneath Nebraska skies. Start your winter adventure at yournebraskaparks.com. Sponsored by Nebraska Game and Parks, aired with the Nebraska Broadcasters Associations and this station.
Now back to Be a Beacon with Lighthouse on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Here we are, back one more time for this evening. So what direction should we take this, Billy? I mean, you told a little bit of your story. Oh, Colin, you told us a story about your connection to Lighthouse, but nobody out there knows it. It started when?
I was Well, actually, I don't know if my parents had us volunteer or if it just so happened to be maybe my older brother volunteered at the Rock the Block event at Haymarket Park, and we would go to that frequently. And then when I was in high school, I'd volunteer there at that event. And then
You're probably getting your civics hours done. Your
yeah,
GoPro
probably.
whatever
Or
it is.
I think honestly, I played football, and I think our team would go and help out. Like, I think that was kind of a mandatory thing, which was cool. And then I didn't go back to Lighthouse until I started teaching. And I talked about it the last time. My favorite event that I was invited to was that graduation dinner.
Achievement night.
Yeah. And to see the impact that Lighthouse made on an individual, extremely emotional. I filmed it when that student crossed the stage and gave her speech, and just incredibly emotional. And that was about a 2-minute speech that spoke volumes to what Lighthouse does, and a really, one individual. And I'm sure you both have seen hundreds of, if not thousands of those individuals walk across that stage over the years, but really just impactful. And so that's been my experience, and I've been hooked ever since.
Yeah. So Lighthouse, I was asked how many students we've served over the 35 years, and it's over 20,000
Wow.
is what we've served. And
wow,
in my career of almost 29 of those, I mean, it's over 15,000, I'm sure.
Yeah.
And it's always powerful. It always gives me goosebumps to see my kids walk across stage. Graduation, achievement night's one of my favorite nights as well. Prom was always a favorite time too. So to be honest with you, I can't think of a time that we're working with our young people that gives them an opportunity to shine that I hate. I can't think of a time where I'm like, oh my God, I just don't like this. Please don't do this. This is not good. I mean, even we did the Christmas shopping. How fun is that to watch the kids just shine there and buy stuff for other people in their family that they care about? I mean, it's fun to see them develop and fun to see them pay it forward. So one of the first IACs that we did at Lighthouse this year, those
intentional acts of kindness.
Thank you. Yes, we're trying to get that out there instead of the racks. So the intentional acts of kindness. So we gave ribbons. So we had 4 ribbons that we initially had, and I started this at the staff meeting. So we had to write something about a staff person that we drew, and what we appreciated about them, what we see in them, whatever that is. And then we give them all 4 of the ribbons. And so one of them's for them, and now they have 3 ribbons. So then they had to pay it forward and identify one of our young people and write something special about that young person, give them all those 3 ribbons, and ask that youth to do the same. And so it just continues to pay forward to just see stuff in them. And so we set our kids up to want to start there, to understand why we're doing the IACs in the first place, as to how did that feel when I gave this to you? How did it feel when you got yours from a staff person?
I loved it. It's always great hearing, the things that you do well, and you don't know if anybody ever sees it or notices it, but it's really inspirational and motivational to keep on doing what you're doing.
And our young people even get less of that, right? Not many people, especially adults, see the good in them and are writing it down. And, we do drops in the bucket, which now are light bulbs that we give kids. And sometimes the staff are like, why do we do this? They're just throwing them away. And I go, that doesn't feel right to them. You're going to have to keep doing it, keep teaching it. And then all of a sudden they start hanging it up on their beds or on their mirrors. And that becomes the first thing they see in the morning that motivates them to walk out that door, to keep trying with that hope. So I was bragging about you today to Michelle, talking about that, because I'm like, there's one person for sure at Lighthouse that never says no to me. And if I need help, Billy's there. He asked me today, hey, you want me to come help you remove snow at Lighthouse? And I'm like, yep, I would love that if you would do that. But that's what he does. And then he's down there digging out the snow from our fire escape and, just trying to make it safe for the kids and just always thinking about them and the impact that what you do actually makes on them. And so you're seen all the time, my guy.
Appreciate it.
I just want you to know that I talk about you, whether it's like in public here or behind your back, but it's always good stuff because I appreciate you. So continue to be that shining light for others. And I appreciate you joining us with Be a Beacon with Lighthouse. We'll see you next week, same time, same place.